What's up, you guys? It's KeAmber Vaughn, aka CoachKe, coming back to you with another video. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and if you are not new, welcome back. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and also tap the bell so that you are notified of every new video that I post. So as you guys can tell by the title of this video, and of course what you see on your screen right now, we are going through my February 2018 budget results. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first category is groceries. I estimated $250. My actual spending was $87.88. I had a lot of extra stuff kind of left over from last month, which is kind of rare because for the most part, I only buy what I need for the week. But yeah, so that's that. So I was actually under budget $162.12. And I actually went down on my grocery budget for the month of March because I really don't think that I'll spend more than really about $150 to $200 a month on groceries. So I can slowly start to kind of titrate that down, at least for now. So the next category is personal, and for me, personal household is lumped together. And I estimated $100, and my actual spending was $111.63. I'm actually gonna get my budget planner out so I can tell you guys kind of some of the stuff that I had to spend money on. The biggest expense for personal household this month was, oh yeah, I got some makeup. And my makeup is like $40 for the bottle, so that takes up a good chunk of that, pretty much like a third of that personal household budget. And everything else was just kind of little small stuff like shampoo, conditioner, those kind of things. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it, because I did spend like some money on some clothes and stuff for an event that I had this past weekend, but I did take pretty much everything back because I ended up wearing something that my mom ended up getting out of her own closet. So yeah, that's that. Didn't do too bad, especially with the fact that the makeup takes up a third of that cost. And I really like the makeup. Actually, I really was trying to use a drugstore brand because I don't know, I'm not really a makeup person, but at the same time, my bottle of makeup lasts me a long time. The last bottle of makeup that I bought was almost 4 years ago, and it's 1 fluid ounce, and I still have a little under half of it left. So there's that. So it's really worth the cost for me. The next category is restaurants. I estimated $100 and I spent $128.58. And the reason for that is because on my trip this past weekend, I actually forgot about the trip, honestly, when I first did my budget. Well, I forgot about it in a sense that I should have went up on my restaurants category. So I ended up spending like 28, 41, like 41 of that was for my trip out of town, which is cool because I actually get to write those meals off anyway. So it'll all work itself out in the end. So I was over budget $28.58. The next category is gas for my car. I estimated $150. My actual was $142.01. So I was under budget $7.99. Next category, shopping. I estimated $100. I spent $89.85, so I was under budget $10.05. If you guys remember from my, I think it was the week 3 check-in, I actually was over budget in shopping, but again, I took a lot of that stuff back. I bought all kinds of different stuff, and I pretty much took everything back for the most part. The next category is supplements. I estimated $60 and my actual was $47.98. I did go up on this category for the month of March because I did add 2 new supplements to my regimen. So I was under budget $12.02. Next category is my electric bill. I estimated $50. My actual was $39.91. I pretty much stay under $45, I think, for electricity, which is pretty good. So I'm under budget $10.09. Gas for the house, I estimated $60 and my actual was $71.61. I think that my budget for January might have been higher for gas. Yeah, it was. So my budget in January was $100 and my gas bill was $91.54. And then it started to warm up a lot in February. But what would happen was, like, it would be 70 degrees and then 2 days later it'd be 30. And then it just like jump all over the place. So I did have to use my heat just a little bit this month. So I project that this gas bill will actually go down in March, but we'll see. So I was over budget $11.61 in that category. Next is the eye doctor. I estimated $500. My actual for real was like over $800, but I ended up taking my glasses back because it just y'all I didn't even like they were so uncomfortable, like the thickness of them, that I wouldn't even wear them in the house. And if I did wear them in the house, it just wouldn't even be worth the $500 cost, because the glasses that I bought 5 years ago are way thinner. My prescription has not changed that much. And so I'm comfortable with wearing those older ones in the house with no problem. So yeah, so I was under budget 176.52. So this cost just included my eye exam for $98, and then my contacts were 225.48, which is good because they actually estimated that my contacts were going to cost like $170 or $175 per bottle, which is $350. So I ended up spending $125 less. So that was really good. Then we have the uncategorized expenses. And because of this number, you guys, I actually, in my March 2018 budget with me, if you have not checked that out, I'll link that in the eye in the sky. But because of this category, I now have a miscellaneous and a business category, especially because I'm going to be traveling out of town basically every single month for business. And so with me adding the business category, like I won't go over in restaurants for me eating out when I'm out of town, and all of that. So, of course, with uncategorized, you don't categorize it and you don't budget for it. So my estimate was $0. My actual was $267.25, and so this included my family went out to Demolition Ball the second week of February, and so that cost me $33.02 because I paid for two people. Then my friend had bought this training that I wanted to go half with him on, so I ended up giving him $100 to pay for half of that. Um, then I ended up needing an oil change, which I didn't expect because my car is supposed to go 10,000 miles, but at 7,000 my light came on. And so basically what the guy at CarX told me was the previous person didn't use the oil that I'm supposed to use, so that's why it didn't last me all the way to 10,000 miles. So that oil change was actually 60 bucks. Yeah. Then let's see, I did have one of my websites renew at $25.16, which, guys, like in the beginning of my budget book, I wrote down all of my websites in the month, but I forgot to check that before the month started, so that's kind of my fault. And at the business trip this past weekend, we came out with some more like brochures and stuff so that I can have them for each of the services that we offer. And so I bought this kit. It included like 7 packs of 25 brochures, and that was just 75 bucks. And then the last thing, I did end up purchasing another domain for my business, which was $20.16. So all of that equated to $267.25. A lot of this, actually, the majority of it, I can end up writing off on my taxes anyway. So again, it's all good. That is the perks of being a business owner. So of course I was over this category by $267.25 because it was uncategorized. So my overall budget, I estimated $1,260, and the $1,260 includes the groceries, household or personal household, restaurants, supplements, the eye doctor, gas for my car, and shopping. And my actual spending was $1,198.66. So even with almost $300 in uncategorized expenses, I still was under budget $61.34. This goes to show you guys that it's really important that you overestimate on your expenses. And then for those of you all who are self-employed, you should underestimate your income. That's really, really important because even I really only went over, I think, in like 2 or 3 categories, maybe 2. And that does not include like the electric and gas bill. So even with all of that, I still came under what I estimated for my overall expenses. So that is exactly why I overestimate with my expenses to begin with. So if I had to give myself a grade for this month, I would give myself a B+. I made significantly more income than I think I did all of this based on $3,000. I made like almost double that. So, yeah, so I will give myself a B plus because I made significantly more than the income that I estimated. And also, even though I went over budget in a couple of categories, I still was under budget overall. And so that allowed me to not like be short in different places. I didn't have to pull from savings accounts and all of that good stuff. And of course, part of all of the income that I made, of course, went towards savings and went towards my debt. And you guys should just stay tuned because on Sunday, I'll be going through my debt, savings, and net worth tracker or update, whatever you want to call it. So you guys will be able to see how much debt I was able to pay off this month. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give this video a thumbs up and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.